Don't think that because you're living on campus, you're going to be a little hop, jump, and skip away from class. You're not. For my math midterm, I got 19 out of 40. Wait, maybe I got 21 out of 40. Still, I failed it. Evaluate it, think about it, consult, pray about it, all that. Do all that. Do all of it. If it doesn't get curved, that's tough. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my honest opinion about UC Berkeley. Since I've posted a lot of professional content or like school related content, I also want to do a get ready with me. I'm just going to combine the two videos so it's not like fully like college content focused right now. It is like a key time for people that have just applied to college and are going to college in this upcoming school year. So I wanted to get this out so people would have like the honest insight. When you talk to people at the school, sometimes that they don't give you the cold hard truth about what you need to know about the school. They kind of just tell you what you want to hear. That's not what we're about to do today. I don't even have nothing like really like bad to say like that about the school, but we'll get into those details later. Actually, before I do my makeup and stuff, I'm gonna change into what I'm wearing, so give me a sec. Okay, this is what I'm wearing. I have on this tan vest, and then I just have on these black leggings, and then I'm just wearing these for right now, but because my toes are cold. I'll probably wear 3s or forces or Uggs, one of those. Now we're gonna get into the get ready with me. I wrote down on my iPad a couple of the main points that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but I'm a first-year student at UC Berkeley right now, and I'm undeclared, but I'm on the pre-business track. Okay, so getting into like my honest opinions. Well, first off, when I first got into Berkeley, I was looking at a bunch of different TikToks, and most of the things that I was seeing, I forgot that I was supposed to be getting ready at the same time. Most of the things I was seeing was people saying that like everyone at Berkeley is depressed, the grades here, like grade deflation, and just little stuff like that. I was seeing a lot of negative stuff about Berkeley, especially in like a overworked type of mindset. For me in high school, like I really wanted, like I did so much in high school and was so busy that for college I wanted to try to like get out of like that mindset of just always having to like do something, I guess. But then seeing all those TikToks, I was like, bro, I'm not trying to do that. This was definitely the place that God wanted me to be at for sure, and like after being here for almost a year, I can definitely see how much good has come from this school. Everyone's very busy, and I think sometimes they can get overwhelmed by that. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this because I don't know how to say this. Yeah, I wouldn't say people, like everyone here is depressed at all. I would say that everyone out here is always working really hard, I feel like, and they always want to like do more and are working like to see how they can be better. I think that can be like a really dangerous mindset that a lot of people at Berkeley have, because I like faced it a lot when I first started school here, because you can feel like everyone around you is ahead of you, and then people compare themselves to each other a lot, and that gets really dangerous because you can feel like you're not doing enough. And then I think when people say like everyone's depressed here, stuff like that, it comes from like that mindset of like not feeling like you're enough. If you want to know how to navigate it, or like how I navigated it, or navigate, because honestly it's like it's a daily thing. One of the best things I've ever heard, okay, that's probably a stretch, not best things I've ever heard, but something good that someone once said during like a guest speaker thing for one of my classes or like my club was that imposter syndrome is more so like imposter moments. Like throughout your life there's always going to be moments where you feel like you aren't like qualified to be in a certain spot, or like someone else is doing more than you, or like just that feeling. So like addressing those moments and knowing that like those moments are not going to go away, like they're like a key part of life, but just knowing how to like navigate them and deal with them. And I think that's a really good mindset, so you're not like caught off guard by them. I also want to talk a little bit more about Berkeley culture, because like while there is that mindset where like, oh, someone's doing something really good, like I need to do more, where there is that, I think for me that was good in a sense where it pushed me a lot, but I had to make sure that I wasn't being like pushed in a direction that like God didn't want me to go. Like for example, there's this program that I got into this summer, and I was gonna do it. Bro, I'm filming a YouTube video right now.
Oh, you are?
Do you want to say hi?
No.
Okay, never mind, guys. She doesn't want to say hi. Okay, I'll call you later. Bye. There's the go-go culture can, like, the go, always have to do this, always have to be doing something, can be really dangerous. You just got to know how to navigate it and how to know when you're doing too much and you just take a step back. Yeah, and it's just something I've had to learn how to navigate and how to use it to, like, motivate you, but not overly motivate you to the point where, like, you're overextending yourself. And something that's really good to do is just to, like, pray about different things and different opportunities to see if it's something that, like, you should take on. Like, that's what I've been doing, and, like, there's been so much peace that has come with that. Because sometimes closed doors are good, and I feel like in this generation and this time people don't say that a lot, but, like, not every open door you need to take. Evaluate it, think about it, consult, pray about it, all that, do all of it. I really hope I explained that other one well. When I first got into Berkeley, people were, like, saying that everyone here is depressed, don't go here, the club culture, all this, just don't go there. And I honestly wouldn't say that everyone here is depressed. I will say that people get really caught up in their studies and trying to be better than each other, that, like, they kind of get caught up in the sauce, and they kind of, like, lose sight of things and then get, like, overwhelmed in that sense. Because comparison really is the thief of joy. And, like, when you're always, like, comparing yourself to who their internship or, like, their grades, like, just do your best. And I think that's how I've been able to really navigate it. For me, the resources that this school, the #1 public university, offers, and that my club that I've been in through this school has offered, is much better and, like, much greater than, like, little attacks from, like, imposter syndrome or, like, the comparisons and, like, the competitive culture here. That competitive culture is something that it can be really good. Like, I use it to motivate me, as where some people kind of, like, use it to, you know, feel envious of others or, like, jealous of others. Like, I use it to motivate you. Like, give your claps and snaps to, like, people that are doing good around you, but, like, for yourself, just be like, okay, cool, that's what's up. Like, yeah. Next topic I want to talk about is housing. And housing at Berkeley is very expensive because there isn't a lot of housing here. You're only guaranteed housing your first year. So, like, your second year, you get into, like, this raffle, and then you either get it or you don't. So I took a very non-traditional route to housing because I commuted my first semester. One, I just didn't want to live in a dorm. I didn't want to share a bathroom. I didn't want to be in, like, that small space. And I live close enough to the school where I could commute. So I was lucky to have that. So I did. And commuting was really good for me until I started getting really busy. I got involved in clubs and schoolwork, and that kind of made my days super long. I was super tired. I was coming out to campus 5 days a week when I only had classes 3 days, and I was out there all day long. So, and I'm the type of person where if I do something, I'm going to put my all into it. So I was putting my all into all these things, and that was draining me because I would have to drive 40 minutes back and 40 minutes there. Yeah, so that's just kind of a lot. So if housing something that, like, you want to be, like, secure in, it's definitely doable. Like, it just is going to be on the more expensive end of things. I live now in an off-campus apartment. I moved in my second semester, and it's like a 15-minute walk from campus, which is cool. Even the on-campus housing, like the housing that you get through the school, is like a 10-minute walk from campus to, like, more. Don't think that because you're living on campus, you're going to be a little hop, jump, and skip away from class. You're not. Get your steps in. Yeah, but housing, I don't really care too much about it. It was something I was worried about because I was like, there's no housing here. It's super expensive. But, like, it depends. Like, you can get a roommate. I don't have a roommate, but, like, you can get a roommate, and then the rent can be more cheap. You can, like, rent out with a bunch of your friends. You can make it work. If that's something you're really considering and, like, stressing about, I wouldn't say to do that. Just make sure you look early. Join Facebook market groups. Facebook groups. I don't know why I said market. Because that'll help you find these places to get in. Yeah. Where's my lip gloss? Oh. Next topic, students and diversity. Berkeley is not very diverse, I would say. There's definitely a lot of, like, Asians on campus. I'm also Asian, but, like, visually I look black, obviously. So there's definitely not a lot of black people on campus, but it's okay. And I think, like, there will be some of your classes where, like, I'll be the only black person in my class. And even in like some of my 700 people classes, my 500 people classes, I'll be like one of like 3. And I kind of just like ignore it. One thing I do is I sit in the front of the class just to kind of like, I don't want to say like be seen, but just so I can still like develop relationships with the professors. But I feel like that goes like regardless of your race or like what predominantly, like the predominant race that your school is. I think that's just like a good practice to have to develop that. There's a lot of student groups on campus. Like I'm in the Haas Undergraduate Black Business Club. So like that's just a business club just for like black students. So like there's definitely like your races and stuff, but it's also, Berkeley's like such a diverse place in a sense where like you'll get to meet so many different people of different backgrounds. I'm in this consulting club and we have people from Singapore, Shanghai, Botswana, Thailand. Like we have so many different like international students, and it's so interesting just getting to hear like their perspectives and how like they're just so different from me, but we all end up at the same place. Like something about that's just like really interesting to me. If you're looking for a place where there's going to be so many people like you and you're one of like those minorities, I wouldn't say Berkeley has the most diversity, but I think people really just need to focus on the academics, because what you'll gain out of the academics and the resources to set you up in the future is just worth all those things to me. Like I kind of just take it with a grain of salt and just keep things pushing. Workload. I'm going to be honest, like I took so many APs in high school and I was like juggling a bunch of different stuff in high school, and people say sometimes they're like, oh, you know, college is easier, this and that. College where? I've never just seen so many people fail a midterm and still like pass the class. For my math midterm, I got 19 out of 40. Keep in mind, wait, maybe I got 21 out of 40. Still, I failed it. And I'm not used to like failing classes like that, or I wasn't until I got here. The class, if it doesn't get curved, that's tough. But like usually it gets curved and everyone's kind of in like the same spot for the most part if you put in the work. For some reason at Berkeley, it was like you can try as hard as you can and do your best, but you might still not get the grade that you want to get. And you just have to be okay with that. You'll probably still pass the class and do fine in the class, but you can't look at individual grades so close. You got to look at things as the bigger picture, and that's what I struggled with my first semester, but I'm chilling now. It's not even that deep for real. I would say for a lot of my classes, the exams are heavy weighted. Like I have one class where it's 80% of my grade, but I think that also depends on the major, so don't take that information to like, I don't know. But I definitely do like fail like stuff often, but like so does everyone else, and I try to, like I promise, like I'm trying. The last main topic I want to talk about is Berkeley's club culture. And club culture here at Berkeley, it's crazy. There's a lower acceptance rate than to get into school. That's just the honest thing. And not only are these clubs judging your academics and like how you do based off like merit, but they're also judging your personality, which is something that caught me off guard. And I was blessed and lucky enough to like get into the club I wanted my first try, and my first fall semester as like a freshman. So like I don't really have to like stress about getting into clubs anymore. But like now being on the other side, and like when we go out and recruit for the next following semester for more members, just watching that process of like seeing so many talented applicants at a place like Berkeley, and then having like, you know, your interests are kind of like not values, but just like your personality and like your vibe basically kind of like define if you get into a club or not. Because everyone's qualified for the consulting club I'm in, I feel like. Well, not everyone, but like so many people are qualified, so like other factors have to play a part, and that's just the honest truth. It makes sense though, because like if the clubs were too big, then not everyone could get the quality resources. So, and everyone has like their place. There's multiple clubs that you can join in different spaces on campus for you. Don't let that intimidate you. Just apply, to be honest, network, show how you're different, but without like overly trying to show it. So if you take away anything from this video, take away that Berkeley is what you want it to be. And while it's not perfect and that there's little aspects, you kind of just have to like focus on like your own path and like what you're doing at that school to just make sure that you're locked. Stay locked in. I feel like no school's perfect and some are definitely harder than others, but at the end, if you're really trying to like be up professionally and set for the future, Berkeley is a great choice. I have never once, honestly, like honest opinion, I've never once regretted choosing Berkeley, especially over like an Ivy League school. Never once. So definitely keep that in mind. That is everything for today's video. I'm just putting some spray on to make it shiny. That's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any like specific questions about Berkeley or what it's like going here that are like just topics that I didn't cover in this video, don't forget to like, comment. Wait, no, not that. Just comment them down below and I'll respond to them. Thank you guys for watching and don't forget to be blessed.